Welcome back to Fit to a T 2020 from the First Tee of Cleveland. We are now approaching Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, holiday time to make cookies. And we have a delicious recipe for you that we're going to decorate. And today we have a very special coach who is coming to join us. I met Nikki Johnson when she was 8 years old, and this past spring she graduated from Gannon University. So Nikki is going to come in and help us, and because we are being safe, we are both going to put our masks on while we're together on the video. So Nikki, come say hi.
Hi everyone, I'm so excited to make these cookies with you.
Nikki was a participant in the program for how many years?
10.
10 years, and has now come back to work with us. We are so excited to have her.
Hi everyone, so as Coach K said, I'm Nikki. I was a participant from when I was 8 until I was 18, and now I'm a proud alumni, and today we're going to be making Christmas cookies. So first we have 2 sticks of room temperature butter in this bowl all ready to be mixed together, and then we have 1 cup of sugar, and we're gonna put that in there, and we're going to mix this up until the butter gets nice and fluffy and the sugar is perfectly mixed together. I don't know if you wanna. Now we have it nice and fluffy, and next we're going to put in our egg. So you want to use 1 egg. I wish I had the cool trick of cracking it with 1 hand, but we're going to do it with 2. I'm going to put it to the side, and then you're going to mix it again until it's well incorporated. And there we go. Now next step, you want to add your other wet ingredients. So it's 2 tablespoons of orange juice and 1 tablespoon of vanilla. And then you're just going to mix that up. Put that to the side. And in a separate bowl, you want to put all your dry ingredients. So you want to take 2½ cups of flour, let me double check the recipe, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt. You want to whisk it together, and then you want to slowly, unless you want a huge puff of flour to go everywhere, add in your flour. And you're going to mix that until it is smooth. Just smooth. And once you mix it all together and it's done, you're going to take it out of the bowl, put it into a small disc, and then cover it with saran wrap and put it in the fridge for 2 to 3 hours or overnight. It'll last about a whole week, and then we'll be right back and we'll show you how to spread it out and cut some cookies. So now that we have it all wrapped up and ready to go into the fridge, it's going to refrigerate for 2 to 3 hours at minimum, just to get it nice and firm and ready to be rolled out and cut. Or you can wait an entire week and just make it ahead of time so you can make it all together as a family. So now that we have waited 3 hours-ish, we took our dough out of the fridge. We let it come to room temperature, because if you take it out and start rolling right away, it's going to be nearly impossible to do. So if you let it come to room temperature, it's going to be way easier. You want to take a little bit of flour, cover your surface that you're going to be rolling on, and also cover your rolling pin. It's going to help with rolling a ton. So you want to take your dough and just roll it up. You want to get about a 1/4 of an inch thick This needs more flour. You want to get a 1/4 inch thick so that the cookies are a good size, and when they're baking, they don't come too crisp or it doesn't take them too long to bake. And you want to kind of do it, get the same shape. Go for a rectangle because it'll be easier to get as many cookie cuts as you can. This is all right. Now that we have it as a good thickness, take your cookie cutter and just press on down. And as they come out, you want to put them on a cooking sheet, and then you have the oven preheated to 400 degrees, and you cook them for 6 to 10 minutes, and just watch them, and you want to get a little brown crisp on the sides, and then they're perfect. So now that our cookies are finished, we're gonna make some icing. The recipe calls for a pound of confectioner sugar, but we're going to just kind of eyeball it right now because you can take as much as you need and no more, no less. So we have a little bit of sugar, and then we're going to take a little bit of Caro syrup, and this just makes it thick and nice when you try and decorate. So I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons in of this. There we go. And then we're going to add some lemon juice just to make it a little fancier. You can just use water and powdered sugar if you want, but this just makes it taste a little better. So this is not an exact science when it comes to this. It's just a art form. So we're gonna squeeze 1/2, and then we're gonna squeeze another 1/2. So you wanna mix that, try and get a good consistency. Try not to get it all over, the sugar all over the place. And you want to make sure there's as little lumps as possible because you want this to be nice and smooth when you decorate. Am I forgetting something? If it needs a little more of anything, you can add anything else. So if it's a little too runny, you can add more sugar or some more of the Caro syrup. And if it's too thick, then add some of the lemon juice. This looks a little too thin, so we're gonna add a little more sugar. This gives you plenty of time for your cookies to cool off because you want them to be cool when you start decorating, or else the icing will just run right off the sides. That looks almost perfect. I'm gonna keep mixing because remember, no lumps. Perfect. All right. Now, to make it as easy as possible to pipe it, you want a cup and some type of bag. It either can be a nice fancy piping bag or it can be a normal Ziploc. What you want to do is open it up a little bit, put it into the cup, and then roll it down. Keep it nice and open. And this will be a perfect place to pour your icing into. You can color it however you like. So we have little bowls with different colors. So let's put a little bit into this bowl. Oh, that looks so good. Make sure no drips. Put that bowl to the side. And we're gonna make some nice red icing. Oh. You don't need a ton of food coloring, just a little bit, because these colors are very bright. I'm gonna grab a spoon or a little spatula, and we're gonna mix that up. Ooh, see how red that is? Perfect for Christmas. And then we're gonna pour that into our icing bag. And when you're ready to go, you just snip the bottom and then you can start icing and decorating. So now we're all ready to decorate. With the piping bag, you can use a nozzle, or if you're just using a Ziploc bag, you want to put it all the way to one corner. You want to take your scissors and you want to make the tiniest little cut that you can make. And then you always squeeze from the top down. There we go.
Perfect. Good job.
And now we have a little green star. And the same thing when you want to use the one with the nozzle, you always start from the top and you squeeze down. You don't want to squeeze in the middle because you want to use all the frosting that you can. You start there. And there we go.
She did.
Fill that up with as much frosting as you want. Oh, that looks so good. And then you can use whatever sprinkles you have. So if you want to use some white sprinkles there and a little bit there, you're all set. And that's how you make some yummy Christmas cookies.